the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah.
What is up, y'all? It's your boy, Andy Savage, back with another episode of the Wormhole Podcast. Here with me is my homie, my longtime friend, and a very special guest of the Wormhole Podcast. Give it up for motherfucking Gino Lee.
How's it going, y'all? Thank you for stepping through the wormhole. Here we are.
Yes.
Gonna have another interesting episode.
Yes. And in this episode, we are going to step back into the shoes of Ed and Lorraine Warren. We have a little bit more of that story. There's so much going on. Like we really just got into the first Conjuring movie, and there's so much more. And the Perron family, there's so many more cases that they're involved with. I mean, technically, I feel like we could have a podcast that's just about the Warrens, and that's not what we're gonna do. But
No.
I'd like to at least dedicate these 2 episodes, if not possibly a third, because there is so much content that I think that it may even warrant a third. We'll see where we get to today. But yeah, there is so much. And, we talked about some of the different cases they had. They had the Perron family. They had the Enfield family, like in The Conjuring 2. They had the Amityville Horror House. They had, and that's, do you believe that's in England, correct? Is either Amityville's in England or the Enfield house is in England?
Enfield.
Okay. Yeah, and then you have the Amityville house. You have the Haunting in Connecticut. You have the Nun films, Annabelle. So much crap, man. Like it's almost crazy how much stuff that they really do have involvement in. I have a few little videos that we'll go through and watch. Nothing super duper long form like last time. Just because there's so much. There really is so much, and it hasn't been super duper. It's been fucking over documented, but as a compilation of all of it, it's just so much of an undertaking to try to make a compilation episode of everything that they've had their hands in without it being a 5-6 hour long episode, man. Literally.
Yeah, dude. There's so much stuff, man. It's all crazy. I was looking at it a little bit ago, and dude, man, I don't understand how the hell they came out fucking insane.
Oh, I was literally just gonna say that. Like if you've seen the Conjuring movies, you'll see that like Lorraine Warren is. I don't think neither of them are 100% sane coming out of it. Like they're so taxed. Like they say every case that Lorraine Warren had, like a piece of her, it would take a piece of her, and it would like take some of her essence, and she would be like a little bit weaker after each one. Whether that's sensationalized for Hollywood or that's actually how Lorraine Warren felt, I have no idea. But the movies are fantastic. Have you we should watch them collectively. I don't think we could do it as a podcast, but that would be so much fun. They are really good watch, man. Here we'll check out one of the trailers for The Conjuring 2 so everybody can kind of see what that movie's about a little bit.
Ooh.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
What do you make of that voice?
Sounds confused. Is he senile?
The voice on this tape is coming from an 11-year-old girl.
Oh, shit.
We're calling it England's Amityville. There is a family that desperately needs our help.
After everything we've seen, there isn't much that rattles either of us anymore. But this one still haunts me. Does it feel like the voice is coming from inside you?
More like it's coming from behind me. Like I'm being used.
Janet, are you alright?
Stop calling me
Janet.
She's such a good girl. What's there wrong with her?
An oppressing spirit will try to force you to commit the ultimate sin.
And what's that?
Murder, suicide, or both.
Oh, fucking hell.
You believe us, don't you?
Sensing a presence?
I'm not sensing anything. All I can sense is their own fear.
Honey, you're bleeding. What is happening?
I had a premonition of your death.
Who's that?
Oh, fuck
It's
you.
just a pawn. Something inhuman wants to kill you. If we keep doing this, you're going to die.
Fuck you, right in the eye.
Yeah, it's some fucky shit, man.
I remember that trailer now. Fuck all that shit.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie is a fucking crazy one, dude. Yeah, these Conjuring films, man, they're something fucking else, dude. They really are.
Yeah, I'm just glad they weren't made by the Japanese. They ended up
Right.
looking like that. Oh my god, those fuckers were.
Now that was the Conjuring 2. That was at Enfield. For anybody that's not familiar, this one here is the Haunting in Connecticut.
Why do bad things happen to good people? We're just a regular family like anybody else. We didn't ask for this, and we didn't deserve it. It's perfect. It's spacious and affordable. I'm just wondering, where's the catch?
Well, it does have a bit of a history.
First one upstairs gets first choice of rooms.
Matt, did you find a bedroom? Down here?
It's nice and it's cool. Everything's back there.
Mm-hmm. Matt?
Who put these things under the floorboards?
I've seen this kid almost every day since we've been here.
You're scaring me.
We'll join the club.
Ew.
So check it out. They'd held seances in this house. People not only contacted the dead, but made things appear.
There is something in this house. Something no longer living and not yet passed over.
What happened in the house?
Something evil. And it wants your son.
God, what have you done to yourself? You can't have it.
You must get out now!
Matt! I have to get my son!
spooky shit, man.
Definitely something you don't watch by yourself.
Some spooky shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, ever since we've been fucking researching for these episodes, my dreams have been fucked, but they're fun.
Oh yeah, I get it, dude. I get it.
I mean, I'm not scared of the dark, but I've been running to the bedroom just a little bit faster at night.
Yeah, you got this stuff going on, man. Just wait. At some point, hopefully someday we can go on an investigation out in the field together.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Me and Pinky, we've went out on some field missions. Specifically, we went on a mission to this abandoned hospital, and it was a big hospital too, in a major city, and it was only abandoned for about 10 years, so it was still, you know, but it was also it was there for they're revamping it now, but it was there for, you know, 60 years in that location, so it has age. Oh, we were down in the morgue area. We were we explored the entire hospital. We had a bit of a supernatural encounter. Nothing crazy, but we heard banging, and then we did hear a voice. But it could have been a bum or some shit. Like,
yeah.
But at the same time, we did explore. So if it was a bum, they were quietly moving out of the areas that we were moving into.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, my cousin, you know, he has this concealed carry, so it's like, you know, we were safe, you know what I mean? Like, and then we were protected. It wasn't like, you know, we weren't there to cause any trouble. We were just exploring, but, you know, I'm safe if some shit were to pop off. So, but, you know, getting in there was like an issue. You know, there was like a 10-foot fence that we had to jump, but there was another section where you can go underneath, and then you had to climb scaffolding to a second floor window to climb in through the window to get in. But you know, it was doing. Man, we did that many times. And then also there was a abandoned Masonic temple that we explored also, and that was a real good one. The only thing is, like, you know, that bad, creepy, negative vibe, we only felt that at the hospital. I did not feel that at the Masonic temple. The Masonic temple just felt like an abandoned building. Like, and there was so much stuff left over. Nothing of interest. Nothing to feed any conspiracy. I prayed for some crazy shit.
You guys do like any EVP sessions or spirit box?
No, we didn't have those kinds of equipment. But my cousin, Pinky, he worked with a paranormal investigator team for pretty much like almost the whole year. Shortly after that, they didn't do it there at that site, but they would actually go into people's homes and do cleansings and all types of, like, he worked for the actual Illinois Paranormal Society. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. He's a bit of a skeptic, so it wasn't always the best job for him, because
That's actually a great job for him.
Well,
my brother tells me that you can't just have a believer. You got to have the person who, when they see some shit and they've ruled out everything that's logical, it makes it more believable, because the logic guy is like, I don't have an explanation.
Yeah, but his issue is that he doesn't personally believe in the process at all. He believes that the spirit box is like, he's not a skeptic as far as the existence of ghosts. He believes in them. He believes in spirits. He believes in, a lot of the times, like, some of these places they go to do have real spirits. He just doesn't believe in the actual equipment. He doesn't think that the spirit box is accurate. He thinks that it just spits out a bunch of random words until you hear the word that rang true to you, and now you feel like you heard something. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, power of suggestion.
The power of suggestion, and that's how it gets you. Like, there's certain things that are manipulated, like the cat toy balls and things like that. Oh, those are 100% manipulated by spirit. You know, that's an energy force moving something. But the spirit box is kind of bullshit. The EVP is not or the is it
EMF?
EMF, the electromagnetic frequency shit. The only thing is that, like, even surges in your power at your home can cause EMF readings. So there's like, that's not 100% accurate either. I'm a personal believer in anything that comes up on UV camera. Like, anything that comes up on UV, that's a given. You know, any changes in heat signatures, that's a given. You know, anything beyond a draft, you know, but a draft isn't going to show up as a heat signature change. Anything that shows up as a significant heat signature or a significant ultraviolet image, or even an aberration, an aberration in your UV filming is enough to know that there was some sort of an energy that passed. Things like that. I don't like the power of suggestion as much. I'm on the fence with Ouija boards. Just for the simple, I'm on the fence for Ouija boards because I think that what that is a sensationalized thing. There's no history behind a Ouija board prior to it existing as a game. There's no archaic version of that prior to it just being a board game. It just became a board game, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, this board game's possessed by the supernatural. I'm not buying it.
And I'm not risking it.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, there's ways to protect yourself. There's in ritual space, there's 100% ways to protect yourself. That's why, I mean, that's how you have practitioners that can become powerful in rituals, while simultaneously, you know, still existing. You know, if you got to think, if you believe in exorcisms and you believe in demons, I think there's too much proof to not believe it, right? And especially coming from someone like the Catholic Church, for instance. The Catholic Church has never been one to, well, I was going to say, I almost fucking said that the Catholic Church has never been one to bullshit us. Ha! That's fucking false. That's a fucking fallacy. But
smack yourself for that one.
The Catholic Church hasn't, you know, they've always been highly regarded in today's society, right? Like, people look at the Vatican, you look at the Pope, like, this is such a spiritual and honorable moment. Like, there's so much honor involved with presidents essentially kissing the Pope's ring type shit, you know, like the Pope has got pull, man. He's the most powerful dude on the planet, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, the most recent one, the current one, I believe, isn't he a Chicago native?
Yeah, Pope Leo, man. He shouts out our Chicago teams all the time. I mean, not like the Catholicism and me we don't see eye to eye anymore. I grew up Roman Catholic, and now I feel like they just harbor child molesters. And that, I mean, it's. Did you know that almost? I don't want to lie about the statistics, but it's close to like 80% of the reported cases. They don't excommunicate; they just relocate, and they also pay off the fucking accusers. Like this is real shit, and the fact that this exists and that, like, not only does it exist, this isn't like a stereotype. This is so prevalent that this is like a hidden part of their culture at this point. With the priesthood. Honestly, I think that
It's the Roman.
It's too archaic, right? The reason why they took why they made priests have a vow, that was not always the case, but when they did make priests have vows of celibacy, it's because priests were fucking slanging dick, dog. Like the priest was fucking everybody because he could. He was the dude.
Yeah.
You know, like priests were slinging dick. And
like, I will bless you if you know.
Right. And so they exited that out, but then fucking they just went to molesting boys. I'm like, bro, let these dudes get some pussy. Are you kidding me? Like dude, the sanctity of a young child is much more like, let the priest be a fucking player then again. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of evangelism either. But when you see a pastor and his wife and his kids and his family, that's powerful too. You know, like it makes, it adds a humanity to the relationship between you and God. You know, when you look at Catholic mass and all that, it's just so archaic. If you go, I mean, depending on how Roman your church is, I've been to mass in Latin, and like, you know, you sit through mass in Latin. Like, how is that have more energy than a Black Baptist church where the fucking word of God is flowing through that motherfucking room like a tornado? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've experienced a church in California. They were doing the whole spiel.
Lord Jesus,
I call it a spiel.
Hallelujah.
Because long before in Chicago, our buddy Shannon,
yes, sir,
he was studying this stuff, NLP, neuro linguistic programming. You know how, like, when before, like, they ask if people want to come up, or better yet, after years of people being there, they say, now bow your head and close your eyes. And creepily, in almost perfect synchronization, everybody does it. But when he says it, he uses inflections and pitch and wording right beforehand. That in NLP, that you can get after a bit of time, you can get somebody to do that. But in this church, in this little church, they had everybody. They were going around doing the whole feel the spirit. Like, it may have happened in some other place, but this place, and the guy came up to me. And he's like, stand up, brother. And I'm like, okay, I'll stand up. He's like, feel the spirit. He was expecting me to fucking play along and fucking fall over. And I'm just standing there like,
I feel it.
No, I didn't say shit. I'm like, yes, you are strong, brother. And he moved along. I'm like, I have experienced, when I was a kid, I used to go to a soup kitchen up here. It was called the Rescue Mission. And they would have visiting people that would talk, and pastors. Those guys, they had their story because they were fucking real people, regular fucking people. And they did a good job. I didn't feel anything. There was a blind guy named Dino who'd been smoking for like 40 years. And that fucker could sing Ronnie Millsap to make you fucking damn near cry. But
yeah, no, man, I literally only got negative vibes, dude. And then when I moved to Chicago, I was first living in like the Uptown area, and I got involved with the Jesus People USA cult. And yeah, they were pretty fucking wild, man. They oh yeah, I lived in the bachelor house at the Japuza cult, and right in the middle of fucking Uptown Chicago, man. And yeah, like you work there, but you work in companies that they have and they own. So they make you work, they take a majority of your pay, you get like paid pennies on the dollar type shit. That there's kitchen there. You have kitchen duty, depending on what day it is. You're either working, you got kitchen duty. Sometimes we also had duties that were like, there was like a couple disabled people. Some of my duties were like to help them throughout the day. That was my day's work that day. Was I had to go like help dude eat, or take him outside for a fucking walk, stuff like that. Yeah, it was very strange. But then it started to get into like, now they're gonna start setting up trying to get you into a relationship with somebody's daughter, but you gotta live there for a year before you're able to start dating inside of the commune. And I'm like, oh boy, is this strange, man. And they really don't like you going into the outside world and being in, being gone too long. You had curfews, but they didn't want us gone at all. But I would still dip out and come back and shit.
Yeah, they want to make sure that the indoctrination takes hold.
Yep. Yeah, it's very strange, man, and I'm very glad that I got out of it young enough.
Yeah.
I kind of got a weird vibe before a random mandatory Bible study. And I kind of got like a weird vibe and I took off. I literally lived by my gut feelings as a fucking teenager. Like I had to. That was my only way of survival. And I just got a really bad gut feeling about something. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take off. Because I had gotten in trouble for leaving and coming back, because I would leave and come back. But yeah, I was a 16, or no, I was younger than that. I was like 15. I was a runaway. I had fake IDs. I feel like some people knew just because like you can tell. But after a while, I was like, you can only fake the funk for so long before somebody's like, this guy doesn't know shit. There's no way this person's 20. You know what I mean? Yeah. Eventually it's going to have to shine through, but I don't know, man. Maybe I was a good player at it because there's so many people that never knew, man.
Yeah, you fucking dick.
Dude, it was never a negative thing. It was just a survival, mechanism.
I know.
I never faked the funk about who I was. It was just the identity itself. If that makes sense.
But I've known you long enough that I could call you a fucking dick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You didn't go all ace on us, so.
Yep. No. But I definitely, I could have put many, many women in jail. I was the predator. The young cougar attacking the fucking, or the young cub attacking the women.
Cougars.
Yeah, attacking the cougars. I was a cougar hunter. Everyone's a cougar to a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm turning 22-year-old women into cougars. I'll say I didn't even date. I don't think I ever really dated my age at that time. I was always messing with chicks, of the age I says I was. So, yeah, that's probably strange. I'm sorry to any of y'all that listening. I'm pretty sure none of y'all are, but I'm just gonna put that out in the ether. Sorry. If there's a my name is Earl moment, and I'd have a list of people I had to apologize to for my good karma to come back. They're definitely on the list. At least fucking 20 of y'all. Fuck. I was putting in work back then.
Oh yeah, weren't we all?
The good old MySpace days.
Oh, and C-Pixel.
Oh yeah, C-Pixel. Rate my body, hot or not. Yep. Oh, it's motherfucking time for
Area 420.
Yeah, we're doing a little motherfucking that motherfucking Area 420, son. I wanted to do just a quick little. I keep putting on that goddamn screen, and I didn't mean to. I wanted to put on this so I can Share with the guests. What up, y'all? It's the motherfucking wormhole. We wormholing in this bitch.
And now you see, my friends, that is how the sausage is made. By a fucking pothead right there.
Hey, my mother.
Oh, and we can't forget Grogu. Everyone loves Grogu.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. Yep, that is about the motherfucking sausages made at the motherfucking wormhole. We in here. And we are finna go on with another. And it's motherfucking Wicked. Wicked Clown!
Yeah, I almost want to put some face paint on him or put a mask on him.
That would be awesome, man. What would that be? I don't want to say Jug-a-Walk. That ain't right.
Awakalo?
Awakalo. I like that better. Awakalo.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucking Awakalo. Yeah, that I have another film for us to check out. It would be in the Ed and Lorraine Warren realm, being the Annabelle. I know you've heard about the doll, the Annabelle doll. I have a few little videos on that. Number one, I have the trailer just for the movie. Obviously, these are sensationalized Hollywood things, but I'm just using these as perfect things to give awareness to the listener and the viewer without spilling the beans too much on those stories. Because I just don't want to. I can't have an episode on every single instance of these things. There's 17 of these fucking things. But I have that video I'd like to go through and we can review. And then I also have a very, very cool tour video of the actual Warren Occult Museum. And that's fucking cool, man. The Warren Occult Museum is somewhere I would definitely, and I think it's Connecticut. So it would be very fucking cool to go there. I'm down to take a trip, man. I'm more than down to take a trip. But without further ado, let's get to that motherfucking clip.
John, wake up. What's it? Next door, I heard a scream.
Stay here. I'll go check it out.
John? Is everything all right? Oh my God, you're covered in blood.
Go back inside. It's not mine. It's not. Go back inside and call an ambulance right now. Go!
I like your dolls.
You survived. You don't come out the other side of something like this weaker. What is there left to be scared of?
This is the last of them. How did that get in there? I swear I threw it out.
Things must have got mixed up. There, she fits right in.
First off, that thing's got to go.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Hell no. No. Oh, fuck you. Kinda wanna save my house now.
Boof the sage.
Happening that I can't explain.
We should talk to someone.
I don't think what you're experiencing is a ghost.
Sometimes demons can attach themselves to objects.
What do I do? Protect your family.
Who are you?
Absolutely fucking frightening. And I do believe that is any listener of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that would be like the origin story of like Chucky and shit, because it's very because the Annabelle is still based on a true story, and they were saying that the doll was possessed by the demon and or the demonic spirit, and same shit with Chucky. You know, it was the murderer that possessed the doll and put a curse on the doll, and you know, same fucking concept. Very, very similar concept. And Chucky was Hollywood, and this is real. So, and this is also an old story. So I can only assume two and two together, Chucky's got to be loosely based on this true story. But the Annabelle doll, man, very, very strange.
Yeah, and a little fact about that for those that are listening, they probably already know this, but the Annabelle doll is actually an old Raggedy Ann doll. Honestly, that's creepier than porcelain.
Right.
Little fucking thing. I've seen those things. I've had one of those things in my house as a kid. My sister had one. No.
Yeah, we'll go into the tour of that video. They showcase that Annabelle doll in its display pretty in depth. There's been so many weird stories about that doll. So I know in the movies they make it seem very, very sensationalized, right? From the true stories that I was reading about the Annabelle doll, they said that it was not nearly as gruesome as, you know, the Hollywood movies make it. There was really no injuries. It was just strange things. The doll would move. The doll would be in random places. It would do weird things. There was a weird omen and like essentially like bad karma that would linger around. So like bad shit would happen. But none of it was like the doll was murdering people like a fucking movie. But yeah, man, let's check out that fucking tour.
At the end of an unassuming road in Monroe, one family has amassed a collection of some of Connecticut's most allegedly haunted items.
And this is going to be a tour of Ed and Lorraine Warren's Museum of Occult. This was attached to their home. And in each, as just a precursor story, each of these items were tied to a case that they worked on. So essentially, it's like you know how like serial killers would take a keepsake of each one of their victims. Very, very, very fucking similar, man. These people were a little off their rocker. There's so many stories about it. They say like Ed and Lorraine. There's people that would love to discredit them, but there's people that will discredit blatant UFO and alien evidence. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's you can't believe naysayers 1,000%. You know, I personally believe in taking everything with a grain of salt, right? Whether it's what we're talking about currently, whether it's aliens, or whether it's you just telling me a far-fetched story about something that happened, right? I'm not going to hook, line, and sinker and be like, wow, man, that was fantastic. Like I'm going to obviously look at it skeptically, but with an open mind, right? And I think that's the way you should approach everything. Skeptically, but with an open mind. And without further ado, Ed and Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum.
Holy water has a little extra protection to you guys. And what you do, all you need to do now...
Ed and Lorraine Warren opened the Warren Occult Museum in 1952. Now closed to the public, the few allowed in must first be blessed with holy water to protect against the evil believed to be within. Many of the items in the collection have been featured in films like the Amityville Horror and the many Conjuring and Annabelle movies. Items from the museum believed to be haunted, like a self-playing organ.
Ed was in the kitchen. He hears the organ start to play. He said somebody must have broken into the museum. He runs downstairs, opens the door up through the door here, and everything's silent. There's nobody here. It's not broken into. Happened 3 different times.
And the wreckage from a downed airplane one of the crew members is believed to appear in were selected to be displayed at Mohegan Sun for the Warrens' Seekers of the Supernatural Paracon. Museum curator and son-in-law to the Warrens, Tony Spera, said some of the most dangerous artifacts not yet in films will also be displayed, like a shadow doll found in a vintage store.
It's made specifically for incantations and curses. It's made out of like a paper mache-ish kind of thing for the face, but if you look at the mouth, there's a human tooth. And you'll see bird feathers. Those are actual bird feathers. Animal bones. See the bones sticking out there? And a chain, nails. It's an ugly item, right? And how it works is this. Say Daniel's fooling around with my girlfriend, right? He's a wise guy. He's fooling around with my girlfriend. And I don't like him. And I'm a sorcerer or a wizard. What I would do, as a sorcerer or a wizard, I would take a photograph of that doll. Then I would print it out. And on the back of the photo, I would write a curse, known only to me, for him. And then I would mail that envelope with the photo to Daniel. And just by Daniel accepting the photograph, when he pulls it out, he accepts the curse that's on the back.
Many items were found or recovered after Ed Warren's paranormal investigations, like what's believed to be a satanic idol found in the woods near Sandy Hook around 1991. Spera said the idol was found by a hunter who was chased away by a mysterious man in a dark cloak. After recovering the idol, Lorraine Warren was struck with an unexplained illness. Ed Warren believed it was a curse placed on his family by a satanic priest whom the idol belonged to. Some of the items in the museum are not relics.
Outside of Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook is where that mass shooting happened at an elementary school.
Oh, shit.
But homages to some of Connecticut's most infamous urban legends, like the White Lady of Union Graveyard.
This is an amazing story because she's been spotted more than 90 years ago.
According to Spera, a man was driving down Route 59 in Easton when the White Lady appeared in the road. Her hands were up and she appeared to jump into the car as the driver hit the brakes, feeling a presence pass him by and leaving him with a sense of sorrow and compassion. Ed Warren died in 2006.
We have a similar story in Illinois. Hear about that with Resurrection Cemetery and Resurrection Mary. And yeah, that's similar story.
But his office has been preserved much in the way he left it, including old recording equipment his character is seen using in the Conjuring films, and a tan jacket he was known to wear.
You see, the next generation of the
Spera
Wormhole
said
podcast.
the artifacts and relics in the museum are not destroyed, so the evil doesn't have an opportunity to escape and find another vessel. He warned even those who might not believe in the supernatural shouldn't challenge the evil he believes resides in dolls like Annabelle.
We have a Catholic priest come. He's going to come the day before we move it to Mohegan Sun, and he's going to bless this museum, us, and he's going to bless the doll itself, along with the case. He'll say certain ritualistic binding prayers, they're called. They bind what's there, so it can't go any further than the case. In other words, you know those electric dog fences? The dog goes so far, he feels a shock, or whatever it is, and he stops. Well, the evil, those prayers, allow the evil to only go so far, and it stops it. It encases it from going farther.
Wow. Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool, man. That Annabelle doll they were talking about, it had escaped. It gets out of the case all the time. They find it all over the place. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That museum. Do you know who the comedian Matt Rife is?
Oh yeah,
I know
a lot of it.
He's got a whole special of him currently doing a Ghost Hunter show, and they did like a huge tour there. I think they spent the night there.
I thought I had heard somewhere that he had acquired the Annabelle doll.
Yep. Yeah, let's see.
Have you ever seen that? He has that show that he does. Him and his buddies do. They talk about it's comedy, but they also talk about paranormal stuff.
No.
Yeah, it's
Oh
actually
yeah,
one
yeah,
of my.
yeah. I do see that actually.
Oh, what the heck?
And I do see that he purchased the Annabelle doll. Yeah. Oh, he actually bought the entire Ed and Lorraine Warren Museum now.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Oh man, poor Matt Rife.
Yeah, no shit.
In the words of the young people, he's cooked.
Yeah, he literally has a whole
museum, haunted passageway, Halloween room, and new areas. The entity is asking for sacrifices, then demanding they be made, resulting in constant poltergeist activity in the most terrifying ways we have ever seen. Controlling the house, controlling the lights, controlling the walls, the doors, the floor, controlling our cameras, our microphones, our devices, trying to control our bodies, to control our minds, and to control our souls. The horrifying evidence captured this night is simply the tip of the iceberg. Each day that passes, each investigation that takes place, and each question asked, the intensity of this legendary home grows.
That's honestly one of the craziest experiences I've had by myself.
Oh, heck
ever.
yeah. Before this absolutely insane investigation begins, we have a huge announcement in regards to the Warren Home and Occult Museum.
Yeah, very cool, man. Yeah, that's like a 2-hour show. I'd definitely check it out. It's 2 nights alone in the Warren Museum with the real Annabelle, Matt Rife. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. You know, here's the thing, right? People with lots of money and lots of pull, like someone like Matt Rife, you know, you got to think these aren't $1 million people. You know, these are, you know, 20, 30 million dollars. When you got money like that, you know, you got fuck you money. So you can have some fun with it. He obviously investigated this stuff prior to buying it, right?
Yeah.
You know, if he didn't feel something, I'm not saying Matt Rife is some fucking, you know, guru in demonology or some spiritualist or something like that, but he has enough wealth to whereas I don't feel like he's done dumb things with his money, right? People that have lots of money normally have it because they're smart with their money, or you blow through it right away.
Yeah.
And so I just don't feel like he would just make a dumb purchase like this. And you know that the Ed and Lorraine Warren Occult Museum would not be cheap. You know, so if you're going to pay multiple millions of dollars for this thing, you're going to make a sound investment. You're going to investigate this first. So first off, buying the Annabelle doll, right? There has to be something to it. You're going to feel something. There's some negative energy that's there. I personally do believe in demonic possession and things like that. So I've never really heard of a demon possessing an object. I guess I have heard about it millions of times in fantasy, you know, where like there's a demonic weapon, something like that, or a demon possessing a person. I guess I can see the demon possessing a doll. I mean, they say that I think there was something with demons being in like different masks and stuff. In like ancient masks. I don't know if it was like Oni masks or not, but I know Oni masks are made to look like demons. But I don't know if there's any sort of like actual demonic possession involved with Oni masks. But yeah, no. Demonic possession is a huge real thing. Like we were talking about with the Vatican and the powers of the Vatican, like with the level of pull the Vatican has and all that, like they wouldn't be doing exorcisms and all that if this wasn't real. You know, they're not gonna do this, and they're not gonna say bullshit like that. You know, why? What's the point? Obviously, I mean, the point would be you're making God seem like a superpower, and the devil seem like something that wants to kill everybody, right?
Yeah.
So it's more of a trick to get people to believe in religion. I get that, but I don't know, man. The spirits of good versus the spirits of evil, negative energies versus positive energies, and not negative as in like different polarity charges. I mean negative as like you feel fear and dread and horror. You feel bad things. Like and there's negative energies that tie to people. Like I've walked into homes, I've seen people walk into a room and felt the energy shift in the room. You know, anybody, you've felt people that had darkness tied to them, let alone places, you know, and spiritual happenings and things like that. You know, we've had all that happen, but I mean, definitely everybody's felt a negative vibe off of a human. Everybody's felt the negative vibe off of a human, to where you feel like not like, oh, this is a bad person. Like there's some darkness behind you.
Yeah, like this town that I live in. I guess one of the things that happened in 37, massive flood, and there's some places in my old neighborhood. You walk by, you can be like 30, 40 feet away from the house, and you just automatically turn your head toward the house, like there's something, not a person. Like the person could be off. Those one house, this old lady owned it. It looked overgrown a bit.
Sure.
She'd be off doing something in her yard with her back facing you, and you just feel like something's fucking watching you, making sure that you don't fuck around.
Huh.
It's like fucking creepy, dude. There's no reason for it. The house don't look that old, but it's about 6 blocks, 8 blocks, maybe 10 blocks from the river, and that entire neighborhood was under like 20 feet of water or something like that back into the late 30s. So, yeah, there's definitely creepy vibes to buildings, man.
Oh,
fucking, yeah.
Dude, let alone paranormal experiences. You know, I've personally had many powerful paranormal experiences. My first paranormal experience being I spoke about my dad's house, and I talked about the poltergeist that threw the plate past my mom as she was entering the room. All the inhabitants of the home were in this room already. You know, she was the last one to come in, so it coming from behind her, there's no other people in the house. You know, that obviously that's an unexplained entity. Now that was in that home. My friend Miles, his family bought, we would call it the old gravekeeper's home, but this house was attached to the graveyard, right? It wasn't inside of the fence line. It was on the outside of the fence line, but it had its own entrance gate to the graveyard. So that's why we called it the gravekeeper's house. But they ended up buying it because the home was a bit bigger. They lived for our whole childhood, like until we were about 10 years old. They lived in a house that was like across the street and down a couple houses. But their family sold that house and bought this one. I think they got a good deal on it, put some money, put a little bit of scratch back in their pockets, and were able to get a bigger home out of it because of probably the stigma of it being the ex-gravekeeper's home. And it was a Jewish memorial museum from World War II.
Shit.
So there was one afternoon, we were all sitting, we built like a fort out of these old semi-truck tires, you know, on some white trash shit. And we're sitting in these tires and we're chilling. And like just in our view is the graveyard, right? Yeah. And my buddy hits me and he's like, hey, look. And we seen walking through the graveyard. It was literally a walking shadow. There's no other way to describe it. It was completely ethereal. You could see right through it, but it was 100% 3D. It was just a walking shadow. And just walking on the pathway between the graves. and in the middle of the afternoon. Like it wasn't the middle of the afternoon. It was closer to like dusk. So maybe around 5:00, 5:30 p.m. But still not late, not dark, nothing like that. Yeah, that was a little unexplained. Outside of that, when I was a teenager in our old neighborhood, my friend Lynn, her mom was a realtor in the area. And so her mom had keys to a bunch of houses. And so like we would turn those into the party spots. And we would use those keys, open up, and we'd all have all the teenagers come over. We'd all drink and fucking party and do all that shit, right? Well, this house that she had just got, I guess the story was that there was a murder there. I never really investigated it. I don't remember the address and all that shit now to look it up. I mean, maybe if I retrace my steps, I could find that house again and figure it out and do some research on it. To be continued on that. But we had the story that there was a murder that happened in this house. And while she was going up the stairs to unlock it for us to party, she unlocked it and then something threw her off the porch.
Oh, fuck.
Like she got like just full blown like shoved by something. Because like she just flew backwards, like felt like she didn't like bust her head open or nothing like that, but she fucked herself up a little bit. Like she was scratched up and like she went down a concrete porch of like 5 steps, flew backwards and shit. And this was not like a girl that was like on some jackass shit or trying to impress us. Like I don't know. She didn't need that kind of attention, you know? I don't think it was fake. You know, we still partied in there, but we felt like weirdness. We felt cold drafts the whole fucking time. Like it didn't feel comfortable by far. We lit some candles because the power wasn't on all the way. And like, you know, you see the candle flames playing a lot. And so like we got fucking a little freaked out by that. But it didn't stop the drinking. You know, we had our fun. We were fucking teenagers. We were gonna party regardless, right? But
it's like, oh yeah, some weird shit's happening, but we're gonna get fucked up.
Then later on as an adult, my stepmom, her dad owned the local strip club, right? And he was a shady businessman, right? A lot of death tied around him, a lot of shady businesses tied around him. There were strippers, ODs, fucking murders, people dying, you know, the whole fucking underground rigmarole. And so that this home had a lot of dark energy to it. I seen entities multiple times in that house. Yeah, multiple times. One time I was walking into the kitchen at nighttime, and like the shadow from the light like had my, you know, it was cast on the wall as I was walking, and then I seen the shadow just go the other way. It wasn't like super vivid like a Hollywood movie, but just out of the corner of my eye, I literally just seen it go the other way. And that was like, I had to second guess, did I just see that? And like, you know, instantly I got goosebumps and I got scared, but I'm a grown ass man, so I gotta be like tough through it, you know? But I was like,
fuck all that.
Yeah,
There's
nah.
some shit that I can't do nothing about. No.
And then my stepmom was very, very big on it. She would tell me all the different spirits that were attached to the home, attached to her, who died there, blah, blah, blah. She was very in tune with it. She said she had multiple people out. They did multiple things, and they found tons of stuff, tons of action. I you know, had just gotten out of prison, so smartphones were brand new to me. And so like when I'm seeing like the Ghost Finder apps on stuff, I'd like look that shit up and I'm like, man, this place is haunted as shit. Because like this app was fake, you know, but like I felt like it was real. Because you just hear enough stories and you just got so much games of telephone. But then I seen that. I was like, fuck, man. And then another instance at that same home, 2 other instances. One was she was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. We had a security guard that died from a gunshot, but he died here at the house. So sometimes you'll see like a really tall shadow standing in the corner of the room, and it's just him. Don't be worried about it. And I'm like, man, what the fuck kind of shit is that? And then one night I seen something that I could only describe as that. And I had a girl there, and I woke her up, and I was like, hey, look right there. What the fuck do you see? And like she freaked out and like went right back under the covers. So like she's seen something too. And I was like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, it was nothing. Oh, and then the biggest one was their dad's bathroom. The strip club owner, he put a urinal in his own bathroom because he was so used to like having it at the bar. And so he put a urinal in his bathroom. Random times throughout the day, the bathroom light would turn on, the urinal would flush, the bathroom light would just turn back off.
Isn't that fun?
Just randomly throughout the day. Not every single day, but it happened enough to where you got numb to it. And that was strange in itself, right? And then the last instance was that same old girl that was around. I was just jokingly, she was in the basement where there was a lot of activity, right? There's a lot of noise, a lot of random shit. The basement was an old 70s workout area, but that was tons of workout equipment, sauna, completely mirrored, like how 70s workout areas would be. Mm-hmm. And it was a mansion, so it was huge. Pool tables, all that kind of shit. But it smelled like fucking mildew. It was old as fuck down there. And I shut the lights off on her while she was down there fucking with her. And so she was in the pitch black, and she swears up and down like she felt things grabbing her. Or like grabbing or like touching her. And yeah, that was fucking weird. Whether she made that up or not, she was kind of kooky broad, but it's evidence in that I've seen with my eyes, so I gotta fucking at least give some sort of truth to it. And then, I feel like that's enough supernatural experiences to definitely know something's up.
You know what? A place near you that I hear a lot of stories about, Bachelor's Grove.
Oh, yep, Bachelor's Grove. We were actually going to go shoot a podcast there. And then we were also looking at the Lincoln Memorial Cemetery.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about Bachelor's Grove, man. I've never been there. I don't even think I've been near it. All that time in Chicago, I was never near. Nobody ever wanted to take me there. They knew that I was into the ghost stuff and impossible and like investigation. I was into it, but
yeah, that's because we were friends with too many of the people that were into like the white witchcraft, whereas they didn't want to be tied to any of those negative spirits. They didn't want any of those things to attach themselves to us. They were probably smarter than us because 100%, man, like there was so much darkness tied to my past, right? How much of said darkness could have been some dark energy that was attached to me because I was constantly in all of these negative places. Like who's to say? Who is really to say? I feel like there's 100% possibility. There's so much of my mid-teenage years that like I just I barely remember. Like I barely remember age 15 to 20. Like I with the combination of the drugs, kind of lack of sleep just because of the lifestyle, on and off of psych meds, because as soon as you go to a juvie, that's all they do to kids. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but there's not a single kid that's in a juvenile detention facility that's not medicated. They're gonna give you a medication. whether it's a sedative, whether it's Adderall, a Seroquel, a Ritalin, a Wellbutrin. You're going to get on bipolar medicine. You're going to get on antipsychotics. You're going to get on depression medicine. Why? Because you're going to be sad that you're in jail. So what they're going to do, they're going to give you depression medicine to make you deal with it. But all of these things fuck up a teenager's psyche. So you're just destroying these kids. And if anything, these kids don't need to be medicated. They need fucking therapy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like constant therapy sessions would do so much better than pharmaceuticals would. Like, these kids need to talk to somebody. They need to let it out. You know, how many times are these kids, you know, as you even said with the church when you were a teenager, right? How many of these kids go soul searching like that? Like, they actually listen to the voice of the church because it seems for that moment, at least, that someone else cares. You know, like, and that's what really is speaking to them. They don't give a fuck about the gospel and the words that you're telling them. They just want somebody to give a fuck. And you say that it's God, but it also seems like it's you as the messenger of God, because you're telling them, you're being nice to them. They're not used to people being nice to them, you know. And when you're in fucking, let's say, for lack of better terms, like urban areas, you know, we're from Chicago, bro. Like, we call it the hood, bro. When you're from the fucking hood, man, like, motherfuckers aren't showing love and compassion and empathy and all that shit like that. You know, so when you get that, went from the pastor or from the minister or from the Bible group that comes to talk to the kids, when you get that kind of like love and compassion and empathy, the God part of it, the religious aspect, the finding a religion part of it, that's kind of like secondary. That kind of feels like something you have to do so that you can keep getting the love from these visitors, these people. If that makes it sounds so weird.
What kind of church did you go to?
Like, well, no, this isn't really churches. I'm talking about the people that would visit the prisons. The church groups that would visit the prisons. Like just having somebody come talk to you, listen to your story, pray with you, things like that. Like coming from somebody from the hood, you know what I mean? Like, we're not used to somebody even caring about our side of the story, hearing our fucking story, let alone hearing us out and being like, oh, well, I love you and I'm sorry that happened to you and here's a hug and I'll pray for you. Like, that was powerful in those moments.
Yeah.
You know? But it wasn't because of the religion. It wasn't because of God. It was just because of the compassion and empathy from another human being, because you're just not used to having that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
my experience in the hood, like I used to have a completely different outlook or appearance, I should say. I started off cowboy like type, jeans, boots, and after a while I kept getting messed with. But then as soon as
that's the Indiana hood.
Yeah, but as soon as I adapted and I started wearing baggy clothes and got that walk, that shit didn't happen as much. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I got somebody banging on the door. He's trying to get in.
Oh no, for me it sounded like it happened right in front of you.
Yep.
Like it was somebody hitting your wall. I'm like, dude.
Yep.
That's a little creepy. Anyway, no, dude. But as soon as I did that, people's perspective on me changed, because I was quite bright in my neighborhood back then. Now it's different, but I was quite bright in the neighborhood. I used to get chased by like 6, 7, 8 people.
6, 7. I got a 5-year-old, man. I live with this shit. 6, 7.
My 14-year-old. My 14-year-old, yeah, he does some shit too. Kids are weird.
Yep. Yeah, they sure are. Speaking of being weird, man, I might have to cut the pod short. My kid's acting up out there.
Yeah, you seem to look like you're getting a bit tired.
A little bit. I've had a really long day. I've been up since 5 a.m. and it's almost 10 o'clock now, p.m. And I've had fucking 3 doctor's appointments and all types of shit to do today. I had to bring my car in for the hail damage. So I had to go to the rental place, pick up the rental, drop my car off, drop my wife off at work, take my kid to his doctor's appointment, go to my doctor's appointment, come home, got some food, shoot a pod. I've had a fucking day. Yeah. But he has too, and I'm assuming that it's getting kind of late. He's probably wanting to go to bed soon. So he's probably getting antsy to just get in his chonies and fucking watch a little bit of Blippy or some shit in bed.
Blippy.
Hey, spell it with me. Blippi.
You spent too much, dude. Fucking Nick Jr., man. Nick Jr.
Nick
Jr. They beautifully sneak that education in there for him, teach him some stuff.
Sure.
But they let you know what's going on ahead of time.
Yep. Yeah, he's actually just started getting into movies. His favorite movie right now is the Minecraft movie with Jack Black. Oh, lava, chicken. I fucking hear that song 1,000 times a day. It's good. Hey, but at least it's Jack Black, right? I've always been a fan of Tenacious D. And, yeah, man. So that's a little bit of homework for listeners and everybody. Let's watch all the Conjuring movies. Listen to a little bit of devil music with the Tenacious D. The song Tribute. It's not. it's a song about the best song in the world.
Yeah. You
know, it's not the best song in the world. It's just a tribute.
And if you have a wild hair listening to Jack Black, look at his small little cover of "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Oh yeah, that was funny. So yeah, hit me, baby, one more time, and don't forget to hit our socials at the Wormhole Podcast and hit that like and then hit that subscribe. And until the next time, y'all, keep your eyes to the skies.
And have a safe journey back through the wormhole.
That's right, y'all. Wormhole out, y'all. Peace.
It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah. Intergalactic shitheads from outer space. The wormhole pod taking over the human race. With the faces set to kill, we sliding up in your place. Take your credits in your bitch, then disintegrate your face. We assimilate as we roll through the breeze. Tripping off the fungus, getting lifted from the trees. Saying fuck the ops, yeah, we killed them bitches with ease. Doing drive-bys with Bigfoot sliding in UAPs. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. It's the motherfucking wormhole, homie. Yeah.